Hey, welcome back. So, maybe you want to get a job as a developer, or you want to prove your boss that you are the type of person that can get stuff done. And for either way, you want to create a portfolio. So, this video I'll show you how you can use ChatGPT to make an amazing and personalized portfolio for you. So, I just asked him here if he can help me to translate an npm package to a pub.dev library, and he says that yes, he can if I just provide him the right type of package that I want to do. I told him that I want to translate this pluralize package, and yeah, it's quite familiar. So yeah, let's see how we can make this done. And the reason I think this is a great way to show your skills in Flutter is first because like Flutter have less packages than React Native, and it's been a selling point that the React Native have more community support, and it's mostly because of the npm software that is like it's around here since 2010. It's like 13 years, and yes, either way, Flutter is a great bet for the future. Is growing like a rocket, and if you want to get in the right side of the history, you can just create some package and like it will be used for sure. And yeah, how can you first pick a great package to create? Like there is a list on the GitHub that I found asking by npm popular packages that have a lot of packages that are greatly used. And yeah, I will leave that link in the description. And let's go to pluralize. So I'll show you what this package does. Like you can tell him to pluralize something, or you can pass like a value so we can know if he should pluralize or not. And it also can be used to getting the singular of a text, and can also be used to say if it's singular or plural for any single word. For any single word. So the code is right here, and that's the code that we'll try to translate using ChatGPT. So first I'll come here to Android Studio and we'll create the boilerplate code that we need for any package. So I already have here the code for publishing the package, and I will come here to create a new Flutter project. So on Android Studio menu, let's go to File, New Flutter project. We click on Next, and then we select the option Package. Okay, and here I will write pluralize, a Flutter package to pluralize words, and yeah, I will start to create. Okay, it says that this does not exist. That's fine. Let's create. And we will move now to this new package. And yeah, I'll create right away the scripts folder. So we can put right here a file to publish, because like you don't want to search on the internet every time that you want to publish. So yeah, you can just come here and click on play. Another thing that we need is to create a new Flutter project with the example of the package. So I'll come by here, pluralize, and example, and this will be just the example of the project. So we don't need, this time we don't need to switch because it's right here. So we'll just click cancel and we will not open inside, because like why should we? Like we are already here and we can run the project. So Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to depend on the package we want to create. Pluralize, I think it's right, and we put the path right there, like dot dot slash, and that way we can start to use the pluralize stuff. Okay, so let's start to get the dependencies and to run the project. So I'll pick here the iPhone and yeah, click on run. Okay, so let's see if it can raise the application. So I'll switch the theme to the dark theme while it's performing some run. And here in the my home page I will delete this part. I don't want to pass any title. The title can be pluralize. We'll also delete this stuff and we'll create something like pluralize example. You can see that now I'm using GitHub Copilot. It's right here and it's really helpful and can do a lot of stuff that we see on ChatGPT. Like I could also put the code right here in JavaScript and ask him to translate. But I will use ChatGPT either way because I know that not everyone has access to Copilot, and yeah, and I really want to give you the means so you can also be able to contribute in the pub.dev package manager. Okay, so as it's a stateful widget, I need to do a not restart. Okay, and we do have a pluralize. Okay, so at this point we already connected the example application with the package. So I want to do the first publish to the GitHub. So yeah, so we can like so we can have like a starting point, and we can have a commit that is really related with the development that we are doing, and not just like publishing the boilerplate just mixed with the real content that we are provided. So this is just the boilerplate code, and I will share the GitHub project. So share by, I should add an add account. Okay, so maybe I'll come here to the GitHub desktop and I will add the local repository. Okay, so it's right here. Okay, I would like, yes, create a repository. Okay, pluralize, git ignore. I think it already has a git ignore, and the license I'll choose MIT, and okay, create a repository. And we already have an initial commit. Okay, that's great. Okay, so the boilerplate part is done. We already have it right here. Okay, we do have a commit right now. And now let's go to the development and to the part that we really ask ChatGPT to do some stuff for us. No, but first I will start by creating the link. Like I will create first a simple API to get the code. So we already know some stuff that we are doing here in pluralize, like getting singular and getting is singular or is plural. So let's search by it. Okay, I guess these are great first methods to create, and this way we can already start to connect this stuff. Okay, so pluralize doesn't have any calculator anymore. This is just the base that Flutter creates for us, and I'll create a source folder with a pluralize.dart file. Pluralize. Okay. Okay, so I'll create a pluralize class, and I'll start by creating the is singular and is plural methods. Okay, so is plural and is singular. And this will be the first stuff that we'll try to connect. So let's start by return false right here. Okay, and to connect it in the application. So what we need in the application is to have a text field that that has an on change, and in the every time it changes, it triggers some kind of question, like if it's plural or if it's singular. So let's go to ChatGPT and to ask him to create like a column that can show if something is singular or plural. So let's come by here and ask him create a Flutter column that lets the user put a text in a text field, and after it shows a text box maybe, or shows some feedback telling if the word is singular or plural by using our class pluralize.dart. Okay, so let's see if we can create the column that we need. Sometimes ChatGPT takes a while to start to respond. Okay, here's the example. Flutter, okay. Okay, it's creating the entire text. Your pluralize package, pluralize, okay. Okay, that's fine. And after that, we need to come by here and really start to add all this stuff, like to add the rules in our code, to sanitize the rules, to restore case. Like we will pass function one by one to ChatGPT and ask him to create like the pluralize class. Okay, so we already have the stuff here, so we need okay, so we have a string of feedback and a text controller. That's very nice. Very well done, ChatGPT. Now let's put this right here. raised button, now it's material button. And the pluralize, it's not getting exported. That's the problem. So we need to come here and to export the package.pluralize, pluralize.dart. That's great. Okay. And now it should find right here. At some point it will. So we are doing the import of pluralize. Okay. No, it's not right. It's not. It's source pluralize. Okay. This way you will be able to find. Yeah, now I find. Okay, it's not check plural, so it's is plural. I guess. Let's check again. It's plural. Exactly. Pluralize. It's not static. Maybe it should be static. Okay. Not really sure, but no, it should not be static because we can add rules. Like in this case, we will not add rules, but we might want to add some rules. Maybe it should be a singleton. Okay. So now I guess it's getting ready. We already have this here. We have this check, and now we can write. And it says that the word is singular. Why? Because it's returning false in the is plural. So, okay. Now let's ask him to start to create the pluralize stuff. So let's come by here and start to ask him to convert the code that we have right here. Some code we don't need to convert, like for example, these lists, like they are about the same in Dart, like we can just copy. Let's move right here. Okay, that's nice that JavaScript is quite similar to Flutter. And now let's ask him to convert to Dart this stuff. Okay, let's start the pluralize class. I already done this code and want to convert this function to JavaScript. To JavaScript, no, to Dart. Can you edit? Okay. And here, let's put the code, give him the context of what we are doing, and let's ask him to create, also create a singleton boilerplate. Okay. Okay, let's see what we will do. And yeah, let's come here to pluralize. Next, we'll try to add this function, the restore case. So, okay. Okay, cool. So we created this regex. Sanitize rule. Okay, looks like the rule it's a string. Okay. and the singleton boilerplate. Okay, so let's come by here and copy this one to restore case. Now convert this one to Dart. It's taking a while today, ChatGPT. Okay, it's already done. Okay, well done. And yeah, stop generating. Also convert this one to Dart. And he is not adding the comments, so we will add the comments that he is not adding. So let's copy this right here. So it's not like that we put comments in Dart. It's like with three slashes. Okay, sanitize the pluralization to a usable regular expression. So yeah, it's clearly a string, this parameter. And here maybe we should return null. If we just don't, if it's not a string, no, it's always a string actually. Actually, it's always a string, so we just create the regex. Okay, just to keep the stuff the way it expects. So now let's create the comments, because we know that he is not creating the comments. Yes, he's not creating, so let's put here the comment, pass our token. Okay, and here copying the comment, and now let's copy this code to restore the case. Okay, now let's go to the next function. The next function is to interpolate. Okay, convert. I guess now I just need to tell him that I want to convert and he will be fine. Let's put all the functions. Convert. Let's see if we can keep the comments so we don't have the work. Convert and keep the comments. So we don't have the work of adding the comments. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's copy this one, interpolate. Now it has a bug. So what is it saying? That something might... So this group is returning a string that can be null, and is going right away to doing the parse. So yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem for sure. So let's try to put this in a function, in a variable first. So let's match, let's call it match. No, matched text. And here, yeah, let's put an exclamation point to force it to be a string. Okay, so yeah, now we keep it the comments. That's quite nice. And we already know that at some points we might need to put some exclamation points. So it can work in the same way that the JavaScript. Okay, so this is a list of strings. Okay, so we need to force that this one is really okay, so we solved the main problem. So by mapping and forcing it to not be null. And here, what is really the problem? Int cannot be assigned to the type is ints. So here looks like he's expecting a list, so let's try to add the list right here. Okay, and here we put this exclamation point, and okay. So here we are doing some replaces, some rules to get if something is plural or not. Also, let's paste this comment, and yeah, we are getting closer. Now we already have the replace. Now let's sanitize the word. Convert and keep comments. Convert and keep comments. Let's ChatGPT do the work for us. Next, we will try this one, the replace word, then the check word, and then we'll start to have the pluralize stuff. Very cool. And for now, at no point we really needed to understand even how this is working. But if it has some bugs, we will need to check. Convert this one. Okay, so sanitize the word. It's also very cool to create the tests. I will create the tests in the test folder. So like every package has here a test folder, and I will add the tests here so we can be sure that the thing is actually working. Okay, so let's give him this input, and yeah, let's try to start by creating tests. So we'll create the pluralize, and yeah, let's create some basic tests. So assert that yeah, this one is nice. Cats should be plural. Cat should not be plural. And yeah, Copilot is already suggesting some tests, but yeah. Like we can also make the test for is singular. And yeah, at some point, so for now, this test will clearly fail. But yeah, at some point, let me take the breakpoints out. At some point, this will pass when we have the stuff working. So let's copy this part. Okay, so here the restore case is expecting a string, so we probably need an exclamation point. Very nice. Let's come by here. Check word. Okay. And yeah, let's ask him one by one. Convert check word. And what will be amazing is that, like, while we are just testing what this thing does, we will be able to deliver some useful stuff to the community of Flutter. That's really amazing. So let's ask him for this one and copy this code. Yeah. Okay, so now we got some syntax error. So check if the word is part of a map. Okay, and he's returning. Yeah, this is a really strange syntax. Probably this worked very nice for. So this is a check word. Yeah, this is a really strange syntax. So yeah, so sometimes, yeah, his very best effort is a machine learning model, but yeah, here you really got it wrong. So where is getting the word? So we are getting a function, check word is returning a function that receives a word. So we need to receive a word right here. Let's set the word right here, and okay. Let's see if Android Studio can indent this a bit better. It's a lot of parameters. And okay, we already converted like a lot of code, so I guess for today I will stop right here, and I will come back with the next video so we can finish the package and really publish the package. So see you next time.